The Frog Who Became a Warrior and a Dancer. Once upon a time, a frog lived near a pond. Because he could walk on two legs like a human, this frog was taller than the other frogs. He was a big fan of martial arts, especially fencing. His ambition was to one day become a warrior. As a result, he occasionally went to the fighting arena to watch knights fight. He was always armed with a sword. He imitated the moves he saw in the fights after watching them. When he jumped from side to side, his big belly shook. This made people laugh. "Will, are you fighting or dancing?" "You appear to be dancing while waving a sword." His friends made fun of him. He'd be offended and said, "One day I will be a great frog warrior who fights like lightning." He had two best friends, Coco the crane and Julie the tortoise. They ran into each other near the pond one day. "What do you think of me, my friends? Am I as handsome as a prince?" Will inquired. "I'm aware that I'm a little unattractive because I'm green and have big eyes." "Prince? Are you serious? You resemble a green monster rather than a prince. How can you be a prince?" His friends mocked. "I don't know," the frog replied. "But a wise old man lives on top of that mountain and tells the future. I will undoubtedly pay him a visit and learn about my future." So the frog warrior dressed up in his red costume and sword and set out on his journey to the wise man that day. He had to cross the jungle and then climb the hill. It was too difficult, so he started to sing his favorite song. He proceeded to the top of the hill. On top of the hill, he noticed a cottage. Wise man, the great warrior has come to meet you," he exclaimed. "Are you present?" The wise man pushed open the door. However, he does not see a warrior. "Warrior? I don't see one. Are you joking with me? Where are you?" The frog then exclaimed, "Can't you see I'm here?" The old man lowered his gaze to the frog. "Are you the warrior?" laughed the old man. "But you're not tall enough to be a warrior." The frog was taken aback. Will showed the old man his moves and asked, "How about my moves, sir? Am I like a superstar?" "Will, I'm afraid you're not talented in dancing either," the wise man said. "I'm not always right when it comes to palm reading." The frog returned to the pond. He thought about the person he liked the most. "Oh, I have two friends, and if I protect them, I can become a warrior," he reasoned. He observed them for a few days and realized there was no need to protect them. He once pushed the tortoise into the water in an attempt to save him, but the tortoise was having a great time in the water. So he needed somebody who loves to be protected. One day, while traveling through the jungle, he heard a girl crying. "Help me! Help me!" So he approached her. A lovely young lady was chained to a tree. "I have never seen such a beautiful girl in my life," the frog thought to himself. "I'm going to ask her to marry me. She's the one. My ancestor also married a princess." Instead of rescuing the girl, he was drowned in his thoughts. The girl became enraged and exclaimed, "Are you deaf, frog? What are you doing? Can't you help?" When the frog regained consciousness, he untied the girl. The frog then approached the girl and introduced himself. She introduced herself as Laura, a world-renowned dancer. Her opponents brought her to the jungle and tied her to a tree to defeat her at the World Ball Championship. As a result, she would be unable to attend the ball. Will offered to assist her in locating the city's road. "Don't worry, sweetheart. I am the best warrior in the city," the frog stated on the way. "I'll annihilate your foes while also assisting you." He wanted to help her despite his lack of skill as a warrior. The girl was overjoyed. She kissed the frog as she bowed down. "You kissed me, and now I'm a prince!" he enthusiastically yelled. Laura was taken aback. "Hey, Will, are you all right? Take a glance in the mirror. You've grown into a man, yet you're still green and frog-faced." Surprisingly, the frog responded, "Oh, there's some sort of enhancement on me. That was something I had no idea about. Oh, the person who spelled on me spelled it incorrectly, which is why I can't become a prince." "Don't worry," the girl added. "Would you be my dancing partner? My partner has betrayed me, and I need to participate in the global ball. So, can you assist me?" Will wished to be by her side because he was secretly in love with her. As a result, he gladly accepted her as a partner. She asked him to show some moves, and he danced with his amusing moves. She couldn't stop laughing and said, "Okay, Will, that's not what I want. I will teach you to dance." And she began teaching him how to dance. He quickly figured it out. "Laura, we will win this championship," he said. He was determined to win the competition to bring her glory. When they arrived in the city, everyone turned to stare at the frog. "Oh, there's a frog. He's going to the fancy dress parade," says the narrator. They exchanged a few words. "No, ladies and gentlemen, I am a warrior who is about to compete in the World Ball," he addressed the audience. When they arrived at the banquet hall, they noticed many couples practicing the dance moves. They then signed up for the competition. They began with some basic movements. However, the judges were taken aback when they noticed a taller frog dancing like a professional dancer. As a result, they advanced to the next round. They were selected for the final round, thanks to Laura's talented steps and Will's quick learning. At the final round, all of the guests and contestants were present. Delicious dishes and exquisite wine were served to them. The World Ball's final round began, and it was the most competitive yet. Laura and Will were envious of the other couples since they drew a lot of attention from the audience. Her competitors had planned to interrupt their performance and cause them to fail. While Laura and Will dance in the middle of the arena, her opponent attempts to tackle her. Will notices this and uses his dancing moves to dodge the attack. Will recognized that something is incorrect. "Did you have a delicious soup for breakfast?" When passing the frog, a mysterious man said. His speech rang in his ears, but he couldn't see his face. Is that wise man whose voice seems similar to his? Why would he be asking about a soup? The frog thought. Suddenly, the frog noticed someone attempting to harm Laura. He drew his sword and shielded them from the attack. When he realized someone was about to stab Laura with a knife, he just turned Laura around and was stabbed. His heart had been pierced by the knife. It looked like he was about to die. But Laura yelled out, "You're a good dancer and a good fighter! You saved me! Will, I love you! Don't die!" Then something magical happened, and the ugly tall frog transformed into a gorgeous young man. The entire audience was astonished. The champions were revealed the next instant by the panel of judges. Laura, a dancer, and Will, a frog warrior, were the winners. The pair was overjoyed. Finally, the wishes of the frog came true.